Jake Paul won his recent fight in the very first round, and I predicted it perfectly.
And so did everybody else. Yeah, pretty much everybody knew this was going to happen.
Yes, the first round finish was my prediction, and it was pretty much everyone else's prediction from what I saw. And honestly, just filming this video feels nostalgic for me because it feels like the exact same video I made after the Andre August fight. It felt like the same buildup, the same noise around it, that same talk, the same controversies, and it had a very similar finish, except maybe not as exciting as his Andre August finish, because at least that was a clean knockout. I've said in the past how I understand that Jake Paul cannot fight a big name in every fight because of how active he wants to stay. And that's okay. He already has a loss against Tommy Fury. We know he can't keep increasing the level of talent in every fight. And you can only fight so many retired UFC fighters. Fighting these unknown fighters, guys he knows he will beat, gives him more experience in fight camp, which is probably the best part of this for Jake Paul, is that experience gained through going through all these different camps. The experience in the ring is beneficial to a point, but it would be more beneficial if the competition were a bit better. Going in there with a guy who's clearly not on his level and finishing him in the first round isn't going to give you the most experience, at least beneficial experience. But now that we've done this twice with Andre August and Ryan Bourland, it definitely is time to step up the competition. In fact, we probably should have stepped up the competition a little bit from Andre August to Ryan Bourland. But now we're here, and it's time for a step up. And I think everybody kind of knows that now. Before, I saw a lot more debate about the path of Jake Paul. Now I feel like most people are in agreement that we need to see a step up from here. It's cool that he's been doing this. The knockouts are cool. The finishes, they're fun. But we want to see something new. And I do see the defense, people coming to Jake Paul's aid, saying, look at all these big fighters, some of the greatest boxers we've ever seen. Go and look at their first 10 fights. Look at the competition they were facing. And you would be right in saying that the competition they faced was poor. But Jake Paul is in a unique position. He was gifted the opportunity to fight on the big stage in his very first fights. Being in this influencer scene, being connected to when it all started with KSI and Logan Paul, gave him the opportunity to reach the position he is in now. He was given an opportunity that boxers work their entire life for, and many of them never even get it. And with that comes an expectation to bring the entertainment. And another reason I think people are a little upset with these last few opponents is that, yes, other boxers had poor opponents as their first few fights, but how many of these boxers have taken drastic step downs in competition after raising the bar? It's not like Jake Paul hasn't fought guys who are clearly better than Ryan Bourland and Andre August. Guys like Tommy Fury, even Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley, all clearly on another level from Andre August and Ryan Bourland. So Jake Paul fought higher competition, and now he's kind of going backwards, which is unlike those other professional boxers that people like to use as an example. So I would like to see Jake back in another big fight for his next return, because he was given this opportunity and he has done a great job of making the most of that opportunity. And I want him to keep pushing and keep raising the bar. Jake Paul wanted to separate himself from the rest of influencer boxing. And for the most part, he really has, aside from KSI. That's the only other name you'll really hear associated to Jake Paul from the influencer space. But there are multiple misfits fighters who are better than Jake Paul's recent competition, especially guys who are in the lower weight classes, but also guys who are on the Misfits roster who would 100% beat Ryan Bourland and Andre August. So I know Jake likes to slam on the Misfits guys, saying how far above he is. And like I said, for the most part, he is in terms of skill and experience. But right now, his competition is not really aligning with that statement. We had those 2 fights in a row now. I get it. building up his record. I want to see a big name for his next fight, an exciting fight, and a fight that will at least be competitive. That is what I want to see from Jake Paul. And I have a good feeling that we're going to see that happen. I have no idea who the opponent will be, but I do feel confident that we're going to see a step up. And that's really all I want to see from Jake Paul right now. The performance itself, Jake Paul, he went in there, got the job done. He looked good. I can't tell how good. I can't really tell how much he is improving, but he looked good. That's really all I can say. Who do you guys want to see Jake Paul fight next? Let me know. Subscribe for more boxing content and updates. The support is much appreciated. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.